Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Well, Coach, no precipitation to speak of, but still a very chilly December day in Philly. Winter coats and hot chocolate abound here at Lincoln Financial Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh 1st.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Succa. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Steelers 7, Eagles 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
637.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's complete to Turbin. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw his Carr. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
I'm going back to you. And 58 is a mic. Go 58.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. I got one. Check 13. Check 13.
On 2nd second down, McCaffrey. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last two plays, both losses. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Go, go, go. Hey, Delta.
To throw, it's Allen. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Here's McCaffrey. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Mike. Pass. Screen. Watch the screen. 41's go.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
53 is the mic. Check the out.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 23.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Give me that ball, defense. Out. Right down. Kill.
They'll start on the ground with Cannon. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
27-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, we're good. You ready? Sponge. Hey, 734. Hey, Zoo.
On the run, it's Robert Turbin. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
58 to Mike.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great Hawkin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Hey, nice 7. Let's go, let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The throw over the middle taken in. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. 16 yards, a first down. Here's Allen to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll run it now with Turbin. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Eagles on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
58 to Mike, 58.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And Robinson with a big catch. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's get out the field, defense. Check 37, check 37.
From the gun, it's Carr. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10.
93.
Throwing again. Carr. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Brings up third down and 10.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check 52.
On third down, here's Cannon. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in. And then
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he connects with Ertz. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, perfectly. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Here we go, G. Hey, wahoo! It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing on second and long. Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On third and long, it's Carr. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. They'll find Everett there, complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
To the air. Allen. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Second and 2 at the 5-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Christian McCaffrey, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Eagles 5.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
First and 10.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. Come at me.
Back to Cannon again on first down. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle.
26, check 26. We got chips over here. Let's overload.
At the 40.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On play action, Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. To throw again. Allen. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Here's Allen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Brian Poole. He's at the 30. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And the lead is down to 2.
That's the score. Steelers 14, Eagles 12. Stephen Hauschka set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Check.
At the 30-yard line.
56.
To throw again on second down. Allen got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They run with Turbin. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. Carr now on 1st down. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
On first down, Carr. And his throw is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Turbin. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on third down, Carr escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He finds his running back, Hyde. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
All 52.
From the gun, it's Allen. He gets it to Brown, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
53's mine. Check, 53's mine. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
On first down, Allen. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Allen. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. So Allen's going to look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Important extra point up and through, and it might seal the deal as that makes it a two-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and that'll bring up second down. To throw is Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, it's Cannon. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. TJ Carey right there in coverage. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
First down, a run with Hyde. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Carlos Hyde. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Suckup for the extra point. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Pittsburgh, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So
This magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'm a